The 2025 season kicks off for Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals as they fly down to Louisiana to take on Spencer Rattler and the New Orleans Saints. My name's Tyler here with my brother Ryan. Today we're breaking down the Cardinals Saints week one matchup. Before we do that, be sure to leave a comment. Let us know who you think is going to win and hit that subscribe button to get notified when new videos come out. And Ryan, uh, we've been saying for the longest time now too, as well on this channel. We admired, I think, the steps the Arizona Cardinals have taken over the past several years, and talk about. I mean, like for a fan base to kind of have to go through what they've
Oh,
been
yeah.
going through, like the ultimate rebuild process. And I specify this way. I think this is a really good year for them. They were taking major strides towards the end of last year. They have their superstar receiver now, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how Marvin Harrison Jr. and Kyler Murray connect. They have one of the best tight ends in the league. Not the best tight end because that goes to Brock Bowers, obviously, but you can make a
Yeah.
strong argument for number two. James Conner and this running game has been absolutely awesome, and I think Trey Benson coming into the second year is going to be great. And they've made the right moves on the defensive side of the ball, considering to what it was when Jonathan Gannon got there to now. Very excited to see like this. If this defense is just average, maybe a little bit above average, like I really think this team has a good chance to go far. And I think it's a good first overall week one matchup for them as they're facing the Saints, who are in the exact opposite spot. I think what the Arizona Cardinals are at. Saints are, I think, in the spot where the Cardinals were at 2 or 3 years ago. As of right now, they're trying things out in quarterback. I know they drafted Tyler Shuck in the second round, but let's be honest, it can it be the cure all? Maybe so. Is he the guy? Maybe. I'm not going to bet on it. I think Spencer Rattler has a better chance to be the guy, which is why he's starting out as of right now for the
Yeah.
team in the overall long term. So I'm excited to actually see how Spencer Rattler does because this is going to be the best offense he's going to be on, like that plays with him. Because whenever we saw him play last year, everybody was hurt. Like second
Yeah.
string offensive line, Chris Olave was gone. Alvin Kamara, if he did play, wasn't interested, and frankly, I don't blame him. And so, but want to throw it over to you here because a lot of changes going on for the Saints as well with new head coach, new whole coaching regime coming in. What do you think are some of the key areas the Saints can maybe try and exploit in the Cardinals, and then vice versa as well?
Um, that's a good question, and I think the Saints are still going to be trying to figure that one out. Um, Looking at what the Cardinals have built over the last 3 to 4 years is really impressive, and I think they've built a really well-rounded roster. You go look, they added Josh Sweat this offseason and really helped that edge room. Hopefully, Marvin Harrison Jr. can take that next step. Like you said, they have Trey McBride, that really solid tight end option going in there. That offensive line has come a pretty long way. They've developed some guards like Yalta Froholt, Will Hernandez, and then at tackle, Paris Johnson Jr., Calvin Beecham, Jonah Williams is a good trio there for that offensive line. So I do really like kind of what they've been able to do. You have Trey Benson, James Conner, Amari DiMercado in that running back room, which was one of the best in the league last year. And so I really think it's just going to be kind of rounding out the details for this Cardinals team. And I think Jonathan Gannon has slowly been doing that over the last couple seasons as the head coach there. So all in all, there are not a ton of glaring weaknesses on this Cardinals team. And this Saints roster isn't as bad as I remember it being. Just last year, they were so banged up. They had nobody uh, in the second half of that season. But with that being said, I think you go look quarterback room. They have a rookie and a second year quarterback there. What's funny? So Spencer Rattler's second year quarterback. He's actually like a whole year younger than Tyler Shuck.
A
Which I
lot of the starting quarterbacks in the league are younger than Tyler Shock.
Yeah. So I still struggle with that pick as a whole. But Alvin Kamara has hit the age 30 mark, which is kind of a signifying age for running backs in the NFL to really kind of say like this is the beginning of the end for their career. So I'm really curious there how that is going to go for him this season. Then you look, they have some speed there. Brandon Cooks, Chris Olave, Trey Palmer, Rashid Shaheed at that wide receiver spot. But they don't have in my opinion, like a true dominant number one. Brandon Cooks is 31 now. He's declined over the last couple seasons. And to me, outside of Chris Olave, the rest of those guys are rotational players. And looking at the offensive line, I do like the tackles that they've gotten. I was a fan of Kelvin Banks coming out, Tulise Fuanga, the second year tackle out of Oregon State. Um, Hopefully can continue to improve and show that he's a true NFL tackle. But uh, I'm curious if if those guys can stay healthy, but then two, how does that interior hold up? And then to throw all of that onto a brand new coaching staff. And it's not like they got an experienced head coach or somebody who had done it before. They went out and got Kellen Moore, who is a great offensive mind. I'm not saying that that was a bad hire. I'm just saying he's never been a head coach before. So there's going to be a learning curve when it comes to his on the field decision making and things like that. And I just really feel like the Saints are going to be in for a rough season this year.
So I just some touch on the last point. I agree. I think the Saints are going to be in for a rough year. I'm not just saying that because of obviously who my team is that I'm rooting for throughout the season.
Who's that?
Uh, the Patriots, obviously, and so. But I'll push back a little bit when it comes to maybe like the on the decision making aspect of it. Kellen Moore's wherever Kellen Moore has gone over these past several years, he has been the guy making the play calls. I guess he's not making the decisions like if it's 4th and 1, are we going for it
That's
or not?
what I'm
But
talking about. Managing timeouts, managing challenges. In what scenario are we going to go for it on fourth down? When are we going to punt? And I
yeah,
just kind of learning through some of those processes. I think that when you hear head coaches that have been interviewed, that first year or two when they're really kind of trying to figure things out is one of the biggest adjustments
fair.
that they have to make.
Fair, and I think that'll come with time. To me, I think where it's really going to struggle. And we've mentioned this a lot on a lot of our week one prediction videos. Are the teams that had a regime change? There were a lot of new head coaching hires, a lot of changes
Yeah,
or even
there were
offensive
8.
coordinator hires of guys moving on or getting fired, and essentially. But that's where I think the biggest adjustment is going to be. You're going to be going in with Spencer Rattler, who we've all seen the talent over the past several years. Just how is he going to manage it? And they're going to be going up against a team here in Arizona who has been through the ringer. A lot, the core group of these guys have been together over the past couple of years when they were a joke and bottom of the league, and then now they're working their way up to in a division now that is very gettable. Their biggest rivalry, I think. I mean, the Niners, you never know, but they seem to be kind of trying to rebuild. The Rams, I think, are pushing for like it's a win now mode. Seattle's definitely in a rebuild mode. So I think this is a good opportunity for the Cardinals this year to win. And you go look at who they picked up. Like they go and pick up Josh Sweat and Calais Campbell as well too. That defensive line
Yeah.
is going to only keep on getting better as well. I mean, Calais Campbell too is also just one of the biggest human beings on the planet. Just let alone in the NFL league. So that's just already a mismatch nightmare. His only issue is he's definitely getting up there in age, but. And then you have Jonathan Gannon as defensive mind. I think this defense is going to continue to keep taking steps forward, just like how they've done as well. And this offense, too. If Kyler Murray can get a connection with Marvin Harrison Jr., he already has a good connection with Trey McBride and Michael Wilson and Greg Dortch and company, and have been solid contributors as a whole. This running game is going to be good. I just know this running game is going to be good because you kind of have to respect Kyler Murray's speed, which is like I think plus also a good offensive line as well too that they put together, which opens things up. Uh, if Marvin Harrison Jr. can take that giant step forward, this offense could be one of the best ones in the league. And with that too, that's why I think Arizona is going to win this one on the road. It is tough to go into the Superdome and win. But that all being said, though, I do think that this is going to be one that the Cardinals go and win, and I'm expecting a really good season from the Cardinals here.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Cardinals too. I think everything we've kind of said leading up to this prediction is just that the Cardinals are on the come up. The Saints are, I don't want to say one of the bottom teams in the league because I feel like that has a negative connotation to it, but they just have had a lot of turnover. You look at the coaching staff is all new. They're Derek Carr retired. They're going with a second year quarterback who struggled a little bit last year, albeit with a lot of injured players. Skill position wise, I think Chris Olave is a good receiver, but they just have a bunch of supporting cast guys at that point. This defense, especially in the front, is aging, and they're going to have to replace some of those guys soon. So, all in all, I think the Cardinals are just going to be the more dominant team coming into here, and I do also have high expectations for the Cardinals this year. So, all in all, I think it'll be a good game, but the Cardinals should come out on top.
I like
So,
it.
let's go ahead. Let's wrap up this video here. If you guys have not already, please go ahead and like and subscribe. That is the best way to help out the channel. While you're down there, leave a comment on who you think is going to come out ahead. Will it be the Arizona Cardinals? Will it be the New Orleans Saints? And other than that, we'll see you guys next time.